Yeah, hi, hello everyone. Welcome to the next session of full stack development. So, as part of our previous session, we have discussed about what is full stack development, and that we have discussed about front end, what is front end development, and also we have discussed about what is back end development. Before that, we have discussed about types of software applications. We have two categories of applications major. They are like standalone applications, and the next one is web-based applications, or we say them web applications. So to create these web-based applications only, the process we follow or that procedure is called full stack web development, and which contains both the front end development and as well as back end development. We have also discussed about different technologies involved in both front end development and as well as back end development. So, in simple words, full stack development is nothing but it's a process of end to end web application development. So, I hope you people got some idea or some, what I can say, like some grip on purpose of full stack development and purpose of front end development and back end development. So today we'll be extending the same. Using this, we'll be creating the web applications and we'll be working on that. Okay, fine. But what is this applications and what exactly these IT companies will do, and where do you stand as a developer? What would be your work and so that activities just we are going to discuss now, because we should know, we should have that idea, so that it will be easy for us to understand the environment. So for that to understand, here just I will take one example, like let's say there is one company like ABC healthcare solutions, some companies there, like some chain of hospitals or something like that, it is there. Now what this company will do here is, this company will be asking a software company to develop some application for them. So that is called projects in the industry. People say we got projects, right? So what is the meaning of that is, here assume like here one company like ABC Healthcare. Assume there one more company here called some other name like some XYZ IT Solutions. Assume there is one company like XYZ IT Solutions. So this ABC Healthcare will be approaching this particular company called XYZ IT Solutions. Then this company will be creating an application for this particular company. So this will be called as a client for this particular company. So this is one of the IT company. Generally, these IT companies are of two types. They are service-based IT companies, and the second one is product-based IT companies. So category one is like service-based, and the next we have something like product based. So this XYZ IT, so example, this one is like a service based, because this particular client is asking some requirement, and this company will be creating that particular web application or whatever it is, and they'll be delivering it to the ABC company. So that's why we call it as a service based company. So here, what exactly service based companies will do and what product based will do, I can tell you with some examples, like we have so many companies starting from MNCs to we'll be having like mid-level companies and startups and so we'll be having TCS, Infosys, Tech Mahindra, Wipro. So these are examples for service-based companies. Next, coming to the product based companies. We have some companies like Amazon, and to be specific, we have something like Microsoft, and something like Amazon, Facebook, Google. So these are the product based companies. These are the companies which are like giants, technical giants in the market. I'm talking about them, but we have so many companies, even product based also. But here, what we need to understand here is what exactly these companies will do, and how they will be operating, and what these companies will be doing. What these companies will do is, I told you, right? So these people will be depending on the clients, is the people who want different application. Let's say example, you are having retail outlets, something like Reliance, right? Reliance company is having Reliance Trends, something like that. They'll be having some outlets and all. Then there, I think you might have observed, like they'll be entering something into, there will be some people will be there, right? Admission people, they'll be entering the details when you purchase something, and when you take that goods to them, then they'll be looking at that, and they'll be scanning and something, some other thing they'll be doing. Where they'll be doing definitely on one application, right? So there might be so many retail stores, but for all of them, they want one application to work. Then what such companies will do is, they'll be approaching some IT companies, and they'll be telling their requirements to them, and that particular IT company will be creating the application for them, and they'll be delivering it. Then they'll be working with that, and for doing that, they'll be paid. There will be project cost will be there, everything will be there, and they'll be paid from that. That is what usually happens with the service based companies. So they'll be depending on the clients, and their major source of revenue would be from their clients. The next one would be product based companies, and these companies will not work for any external clients. Like see, you know very well that these companies are also having software engineers, right? Definitely, but no one will go to Amazon or Facebook or Google or any other ADP, something, not ADP, Adobe, something like that. You have some product based companies, so no one will go to their companies, and they'll be asking them to create some web application for us, or some big application for us. So even though Reliance is a very big company, still they will go to some IT company, and they'll be asking uh, certain company, and they'll be asking them to create or develop the application. And what these product based companies will do here is, they already will be having their own product is nothing but that's a web application or some website or anything. They already will be having that application. They will be working on that application. See, let's say they are recruiting the people like engineers. Those engineers also will be working on their particular product only. Let's say example of Microsoft. Microsoft is having, these are very big companies. These are not having just one product. They are having multiple products. Let's say example of Google. Google search engine is there. Google's, yes. YouTube is there. YouTube is also a product of Google. You know that, right? Like Gmail is there. Gmail is also product of Google. Like that, they have their own product, and their engineers will be working on that particular product only. And Facebook also same story. Whatever the engineers working in Facebook will be working for Facebook. There is a product called Facebook already available. Right now they have two, three other products as well, like Instagram and all. People will work on their product. So that is what the major difference between the product based and IT based, service based IT companies. IT companies two types: product based and service based. And how these people depends on what are the different strategies they use and all. See, if you're talking about the YouTube and all, they always try to develop the YouTube in such a way that more traffic will be there for the YouTube, and from the YouTube they will be getting in terms of ads revenue and all. So like that, people will be getting the revenue. People means that all product based company people will be getting revenue over there. The same is the case with Microsoft. Microsoft is having products like Windows. Windows is a um, see, whatever the laptop you purchase, generally HP or Dell or Lenovo or Acer, whatever you do, whatever you, but you observe like it starts with Windows 10 or Windows 11 or something, Windows whatever 8, something will be there, right? So, who is the owner of that Windows? Microsoft. So, like that. So, they have that product. Like that, they have other products. Microsoft MS Word, like Microsoft Office, MS Office, These are just two examples. They have so many. Like same is the case with Amazon. Amazon has its own product, an e-commerce website is there for them. So their engineers will be working on that only. Or Amazon has something like cloud service also AWS. They'll be working on that as well. So depends. So product-based companies and service-based IT companies. Okay, fine. Now, what exactly will happen once you know these companies will be approaching this particular IT company? Here, there is a process will be there which involved with all steps in development of a particular product. That is called what software development life cycle. In that, so many steps will be there. The first step will be requirement gathering. So what will happen is these people from few people from this and this will sit together, and these people will take requirement from this ABC Healthcare. Example, okay, ABC Healthcare, this XYZ IT solutions related. In this, you'll be having some top level, executives will be there, and they'll be taking the requirements from that particular company. So this is the first step called what requirement gathering will be there. The next will be so whatever the requirements they got, they'll be analyzing those requirements and they'll be planning accordingly. Next step will be like requirement analysis and planning. After that, there will be a part called designing. The project they will start, designing it. So after designing, next development, the main process will be there, or in simple words, coding. Write all these things, coding to be done, right? Yeah. So coding step will be involved. Next, after that, coding, next there is a step called testing. Testing will be happening. Testing means whatever the project these people at a company called XYZ IT Solution they created, they should cross check it whether it is working properly or not. That is called what? Testing. In simple words, I am telling, I am not using the technical words. Next year will be deployment or whatever the product they created, they have to deliver it. In simple English, you can say like delivering the project or deploying the project. After that, you'll be having a step called support. Step involves what here? Support. So, in the requirement gathering and requirement collection and all, in this one, top level management people will be there, and they will be technical people will be there, but senior technical people along with the business development managers and engineers will be there, and they'll be getting the requirements over there. And after that, requirement analysis. Analysis means okay, they are asking on web application and all. Then they'll be thinking, so what language they want? They want it to be done in Java, or they want it to be done in what they are asking. They'll be analyzing, or they want it to be done in Node.js. So everything they'll be analyzing. So they'll be fixing one technology, and after that they'll be planning it. So when you're talking about the planning, they'll be thinking about the resources. Why? Because that particular company will give you timeline, like in how much time, like how many months or how many days you want. They want that particular product or project to be finished. So then what they will be doing is by analyzing the timeline and resources. Resources means people, engineers. So how many what I say, like people are required to work on that for upcoming 5 months, 10 months, whatever, depending on the project size and all. So they'll be thinking about that as well, and if needed, they'll be even this one infrastructure because if you're talking about the people, so new software engineers are required. So total how many people are required and all for them, the placing, like where they have to sit, like workstations, like their cabins and all their computers, either they want to work on devices, right? They need to have their laptops and all the things. That is all the things comes under like providing the infrastructure. All these things will be done in the second phase called what, requirement analysis and planning. I am not telling all in detail things, but I am just giving you some overview. This is what happens in the second phase. Next is third. In this, designing will be happening. Designing means whatever the project they are talking. Let's say example, they want some e-commerce application. You know e-commerce, right? Like Amazon, Flipkart, Snapdeal. So these are like e-commerce applications, online shopping applications in simple words. So one of the client wants you know you to create, or this XYZ solutions to create one e-commerce application, or this ABC healthcare company is asking them to create their website, one web application. In that, doctor should log in, patient should log in, their receptionist should log in, and the company owner, like company means like that head of that hospital, whatever are that ABC healthcare MD will be there, and he should log in. So like that, different logins should be created, right? And doctor, when he logins, what doctor can see there? Doctor should see what are different patients are assigned to him, and he should be in a position to see only the patients which are assigned to him, not the other patients, like which are assigned to other doctor. He cannot see. You understand? So like that example I am telling. And like that, if receptionist opens that login, so as per the receptionist login, they should only take the patient details, enter the patient details, and allocate doctor. Those are the only activities should open for what I say, like receptionist. And next will be like patient. When a patient logins and opens, for him only his details should be available, like how many visits he made, last visit, when he made the last visit, and next visit when it will be, and what are the what I say, like tests, right? Different test they will give, right, for diagnosis purpose, right? So what test have been conducted, like the test reports, okay, in simple words, test reports, prescription reports, something like that. They can able to see only their records. Example I am telling, like that, what to be done, and all the designing will be done in this designing phase. And as a freshers and all, and even as experienced people also, like you will not be involved in this. The people who involves in this uh, procedure called designing the application are called architects. So there will be architect that, depending on that, see, if you are talking about Java application, there will be Java architect will be there, Python architect, or overall full stack architect will be there. So they will be one or two architects will be there. They will be sitting together, and they will be designing the complete flow. So what should be and all. So they will be, because that healthcare people cannot say all those technical things. They can only say like we want one application for doctors and all, like that, like that. They will be telling in general words, English words. But these people have to analyze and all. So once the technology everything fixed, then these people will be, these architects will be, designing the particular project. Once this is done, then this project will be assigned as like particular what I say, like a block of in simple or like parts. Assume like it will be divided into different phases or parts, and those parts will be assume like you have total of 60 people, developers or something like that. Then for few people, they'll be grouping together or something like that. They will call it something like team. For them, they'll be assigning some certain tasks, and those people will be start working on that task. That is nothing but developing the application. So here, let's say example Java means people will be Java developers. They will be start writing the code. One team will be working on doctor activities. One team will be working on patient activities. One team will be working on receptionist. Example I'm telling. So like that, people will be working. That is what happens in the coding phase or development phase. This is a phase where both senior and junior developers will come into picture. And here only architects will be there, and requirement analysis and all. Here you will be having the top level people like project managers, the delivery heads. In the company, have this kind of people, project managers, delivery heads, Scrum Master, something like that, Agile coach, something like that. Those people will be there, and they will be involved in that. Sometimes some senior most, any team developer or any person, usually they will be sitting in that. Next is design phase, and here architect. Sometimes senior most developer will be sitting along with them, but mostly architects will be doing the job here. But here coding phase, both senior and junior, all the freshers, every developer will be working on this. Okay, now assume the requirement is clear. Like we need to create an application for the ABC healthcare systems. Who has to create? The people who are sitting in the XYZ IT solutions. Assume like they have created it, whatever the requirement they want, as per that they created it. Just a minute. Yeah, so they will be creating it. Once that is created, before it to be given to the customer, like client, it has to be cross checked whether it is working properly according to their requirements, whatever the requirements asked by the client. As per that it is working or not, it has to be cross checked. That the process is called what? Testing. And you cannot take it light. Why? Because when you talk about requirements understanding and testing, it involves with so many stages and so many things. That's the reason every aspect of the requirements will be tested in a phase called testing. So once the product is at development phase, once it is done with the development or coding, then it will be moving to the testing phase. So in testing, all modules, each module, like doctor module, example I am telling, like a patient module, the substance module, MD module, everything, what everything will be tested. Each and everything will be each all different types of inputs. Everything they will give and they will be testing. Let's say example, when they are entering the username or something like that, or something like the doctor name, something like that. In that, if they are entering the names with the and symbol, percentile symbol, or dollar symbol, something like that, then it should throw error, right? Because a username should not contain dollar something. Example I am telling, like percentile at the rate should not be there. So such kind of minute things also they will be checking. So that is what will happen in the testing phase. Once the testing is happening, they will be trying to test it in all possible ways. If any errors found, usually we call them bug. People use a word like bug. We use a bug. Bug means error. The technical word a testers will use is bug. So they'll be getting some bugs and they'll be working on the bugs. So after that they'll be documenting those bugs and they'll be again reporting back to the developers, whoever have developed it, and they'll be informing them back and asking them to fix those bugs. Like example, so 5 buttons, 6 buttons are there. If you click one button, one activity happening, but last button without clicking also it is happening, or last button if you click it is not happening. Just example I am telling. So that they will be considering like one bug and they will be reporting it to the developers and they'll be fixing it. What is the problem? They'll be doing some re-engineering of that and they'll be working on that. They'll be ensuring that again it is of bug free or it is of error free. Like that, this process will keep on happening between the two teams called developer teams and testing teams. Why? Because here it is not yet done. Assume like they created okay some bugs they fixed and done. Again they will move it to the testing field. Again testers due to writing of some new code for removing some bugs, some other new errors might come. Again what happens, these people again will take that one and again they will be rearranging it and fixing it like that until the moment till the moment it code is becoming error free. This process will keep on happening, and who will be involved in this process is both the senior and the junior testing engineers will be involved in this process called testing. Developers will not touch this. Testers will be doing. as a developer, when we write our code is working properly or not, that we already check that, usually we do that. But what I am telling here is, in all aspects of testing, that will be done with the testers. They are a specialist in testing, or in simple words I can say, like, their duty is to find the error. They'll work in that way, they'll be ensuring that error is there. So that's why people usually say those are like rivals in the IT industry, both the testers and, developers. Okay, fine. Next is okay. Why all these things are happening? Because we have a company called ABC Healthcare, and they want one application. XYZ people are developing. Okay, they developed it. Now testing also done. Good. Now it is absolutely working. But where it is working? In the computers available in the XYZ IT solutions. In that company only it is working now, right? But why? What they want? What these ABC Healthcare people want? They want that application to be used by anyone, whoever is using internet, right? They want anyone to log in from anywhere. But now, right now, it is working only in the computers, the desk, whatever, the cubicles they are having, right? Cabins, wherever they are creating that, these people, developers and testers, there it is working. But it has to be available in ABC Healthcare. They'll be having their office, right? In that computers it should open, and also the people, whoever is trying to, open that application should open. But it is not happening. Why? Because they are local. They developed in the local computers, and they are running in the local computers. Now what to be done is, whatever the package they created, like project they created, they have to package that project and they have to deliver it to the customer. So when you talk about the delivering, see, if you talk about the physical things, like, like chairs. If you want chairs to be delivered, means chairs will be packed, and chairs will be transported through some a vehicle, and it will be delivered, if it is something kind of thing. But if it is a software, so when you talk about delivering the software, means it's not like giving something to them. It is like we will be making, like, as a developer or as a IT people, will be making it to be available for all the people around the world. That is called what, delivering the project to them. So or like, we'll be deploying that particular project. So for that to happen, there will be a concept like domain name will be there. They will be giving you, who that, ABC Healthcare domain people only will be giving you something, like they will tell, we have one website. Website means it's not like a developed one. They will be purchasing one domain name, something like abchealthcare.com. Example I am telling. They will tell you, like, we purchased something domain called abchealthcare.com. Then purchasing the domain is nothing but what? Virtually it's a computer only. They'll be getting one computer in the internet. They'll be purchasing it. There'll be domain providers in the uh, internet. You can get them. So GoDaddy, Namecheap, like that. You have domain, providers will be there, and you can able to search the domains, they are available or not. You can able to purchase the domain also here. See here, so many people are here. Something like, we can cross check something here. Different people, right? And someone already purchased it. Just example, but Josna.in domain is now no one has purchased. You can able to purchase it. Example I'm doing. So like that, people will purchase that particular domain. Who these healthcare people purchase, and they will tell you, like, their domain name is this. Then this particular project, whatever we created, we will be pushing that code and that complete, project into this particular domain. Then what happens is, whoever is connected to the internet and whoever is opening this, this address, www dot, abchealthcare.com, from anywhere in this, in the world, opening this, can able to, work with this particular application. That's it. So now patient can sit from anywhere, from their home and anywhere, and doctors from their home or from the hospital, they can able to log in. And also in this way, they'll be deploying the project. And for this to happen, we are not the guys who will be involved in this. We'll be having cloud people will be there, and we'll be having some deployment engineers will be there. So those people will be taking care of this deployment activity. But along with them, sometimes some senior developers will be sitting along with them in the process of deploying the project. So but we'll be having a special deployment engineers will be there for that, and cloud engineers will be there, and some DevOps people will be there, and they'll be doing it. So this is what the last step, like the main last step called what delivering or deploying the application or project. After that, what happens once that project is delivered, deployed, and it is available to all the people, then there is no guarantee that those people, whoever is using that application, can directly use it on the first time. Okay, if it is a normal small kind of application, if it is not having complexity, they can directly use it. But sometimes what happens, they need some training to use it, how to how to work that application. And these people from XYZ IT solutions will give certain trainings, product training we say, how to use the product, and how to work with that, and they'll be giving the trainings. That is the support they give. Other than that, it is like a temporary based on temporary base, like 4 months, or first 3 months, or first quarter, or first half yearly, like first 6 months. These people will provide support also. Support, like if any suddenly some small problem occurs, like or if they want any assistance regarding that particular application, the people from this XYZ IT solutions will be helping them. So that is what call supporting. Already we delivered, which means that people already created the application, tested everything working fine, and deployed. Now it is running, but still they'll be extending their service in the form of support. But this revenue will be different. So giving and like taking the requirements and delivering the requirements, so creating the application and delivering it is different, and again support is the different thing. So in this way, what happens is, in the industry, you know people usually say, right, we got projects, projects are there, projects are not there, like that they people usually call, right? So we should know about all these things before we enter into the software industry, or usually we say IT industry. Okay, yeah. Yeah, as a developer, or any person, as any technical person you enter, but we should know about all these things. So that's why technically I want you guys to understand. So that's why I talked about this. This is called actually software development life cycle, and this involved with the the all service-based IT companies usually do that. That purely depends on the project which they are handling, like the amount of the size of the project. Amount means not the price, the size of the project. Sometimes what happens, some projects are very big, sometimes some projects are very small. It depends on that. So in that way, the things will be happened here. And as a developer, so I'm talking about your role is like a full stack developer, whatever, but a developer, right? And your role will be here, and you'll be working closely with the, see, only for initial days, you'll be working with the architect. Working means just you'll be taking the inputs from them and the senior project managers, and after that you'll be working as a, if I assume you people are all are like without any experience, then as a junior developer or a fresher, you'll be working closely with the senior developers and your fellow developers for the purpose of developing that a project. And sometimes you'll be even working with the cross functional teams, like a testing team also. Why? Because they'll be testing it and they'll be getting some errors over there, right? So they will be informing you only about that. So what errors, in what module error came, because you might have handled that particular module. So then you will be informed about it, and you'll be looking into that, and you'll be cross checking that one, and you'll be analyzing it. And again, if any changes to be done, you'll be doing that small changes over there, and again you'll be getting into that process and remove the bug. Again you'll be giving it to the tester. So as a developer, your work will be like that. So for the development, but while you're developing, you'll be having a lot of things, but I'm talking like a whole thing, like a product when it is started from the idea level. So they want something like that company, they will call these people, and from that idea level to till the product delivery. So these are the steps which are involved in this. So I hope you guys have got enough idea on uh, what are the different types of IT companies both service based and product based, and what service based IT companies examples we have seen, and what service based IT companies will do on daily basis, how they will be generating the revenue and all. Next, what are the activities done by the product based companies examples and what they will be doing, that we have discussed. And after that, product development life cycle, or we say like software development life cycle, and what are the different steps involved in software development life cycle or product development life cycle, and testers what they do, and developers what they do, and in different steps who are the different people involved, and as a developer what is your role in the process of software development life cycle. So these are the things we have discussed in today's session. So I hope you guys have got the clarity how the things are going and all. So in the next session, we'll be again jumping into our core topic, that is like web application. So it is about what all different people will do and where we sit and what we do. Next, exactly, we'll be talking about our activities there. When we are doing the development, so we have to do front end development and back end development. So in next session, we'll be talking about front end development. First, we'll be talking about the roadmap for full stack development in the tomorrow session, and in that first we'll be doing with front end development, then back end development will be there. So those activities we'll be discussing in tomorrow session, and also we'll be discussing about different projects which we are going to do in our course. That list of means what are the different technologies we use for different projects, because I mentioned 7 projects will be dealing, right? So what are the different things you do related to those different 7 projects, will be discussing about them. Exclusively be discussing about all those aspects in the next session, guys. So I hope you guys are clear with the today's session. And if you are having any doubts regarding the same, you people can ask your doubts. Else, if you are fine with the today's session, you're clear, then just mention like you are clear. So all of you. So if you have any doubt, just mention your doubt in the chat box. Else, if you are clear, just mention like you are clear. Quickly, all of you should. Uh, so it seems fine for all of you, right? Yeah. So here I'm getting the messages like you're clear. Okay, guys. Then yeah. So that's it for today. So I'm looking forward to meet you guys on next session. That will be tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll be talking more about technical things, guys. Okay. So bye, guys. Yeah.